Asking open-ended questions is an important technique to get your clients to talk about what is important to them on their own terms and in their own language, an essential technique when working with young people.
Closed-ended questions ask for a specific response, such as yes, no, or how much, and to information you feel is important. Clients, especially adolescents, who often enter into treatment against their will and are usually quite guarded at the outset, tend to answer closed-ended questions with only the necessary information, so critical information may not be offered.
Open-ended questions can't be answered with a yes or no or some specific fact. They ask for a description and are often phrased as a request for elaboration rather than as a question. For example, tell me about your drinking. Convey your interest in what the client has to say and elicit more disclosure. Here's a demonstration of open-ended questioning.
Well, Haley, it's really great meeting you today. I was wondering if you would maybe want to tell me a little bit more about your marijuana smoking.
Well, I don't really smoke that much, just when I'm with my friends, mainly on weekends.
Can you tell me a little bit more about how that goes?
Well, there's not really much to tell. I just smoke with them with my friends, on the weekends. Well, I guess I might smoke once or twice during the week, just to chill out at night. It helps me sleep.
So what's been up with your sleeping lately?
Things are just really tense right now, and I need some time when I don't have to think about stuff.
The client is given just a few open prompts to talk about her marijuana use, and this leads to some important disclosures that may help you to discuss triggers and alternatives. The invitation to explore and tell the provider about marijuana use on her terms conveys a broad interest in not just the level of use, but the context for use. It sounds less like an interrogation and more like a conversation. Now let's discuss close-ended questioning.
Well, Haley, it's really great to meet you today, but now that you're here, I'd like to focus and talk a little bit more about your marijuana use. How often do you do that?
3 or 4 times a week.
And how much do you smoke each time?
It depends
What does it depend on?
on what's going on and how good the weed is.
Let's say the weed's average. How much would you smoke then?
Maybe 1 or 2 blunts.
So you're smoking 3 or 4 times a week and 1 or 2 blunts each time. Do I have that right?
Pretty much.
Although the provider did learn some useful information about frequency of use and the client's preferred terminology, he had to work harder to get less and limited information, leaving out context, which could be of great use later in treatment.